Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Coco Gauff shows off her natural habitat in Florida. It has been more than 3 weeks since Coco Gauff suffered a shocking first-round defeat at Wimbledon. Since the early conclusion to her grass court season, Gauff has extended her vacation by missing the start of the North American hard court swing of the WTA schedule. Similar to Aryna Sabalenka and Iga Swiatek, Gauff is using the halfway point of the season to get in some much-needed rest and relaxation. However, Gauff's form of enjoyment might scare some people. Gauff posted pictures on her Instagram account showing herself swimming in rural freshwater ponds and lakes in Florida. Gauff captioned the photo "Dump, just a Floridian Pisces in her natural habitat." The comments were full of replies from fellow tennis players and fans. American men's tennis star Chris Eubanks wrote, "I see why I wasn't getting a text back now LOL," and repost. Gauff's former Olympic doubles teammate Jessica Pegula added, "So cute." Olympic skier Lindsey Vonn asked, "Did you see any manatees?" Just 10 days ago, Gauff traveled north to Atlanta for Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter tour stop. While Gauff is rightfully enjoying her extended break from the sport, it will be back to business soon. The world number 2 is scheduled to play in the 2025 Omnium Banque Nationale Present par Rogers next week in Montreal, Canada. The WTA 1000 event runs from July 27th to August 7th. Gauff is currently 31-10 with one singles title, French Open, this season. Stay locked into Sports Illustrated Serve on SI for all your tennis news from the tennis court and beyond. Coco Gauff shows off her natural habitat in Florida. In the golden heat of a Florida summer, where the sun filters through swaying palms and the ocean's lullaby hums from the coast, a different kind of performance was unfolding, far from the claps and chants of a packed stadium. Coco Gauff, the tennis sensation who had taken the world by storm before she could legally drive, was trading in her tennis whites for something far more personal. Here at her home state, she wasn't a Grand Slam champion. She wasn't the face of Nike ads or the voice of Gen Z athleticism. She was just Coco, basking in her natural habitat. And she wasn't hiding it. A Florida girl at heart. Born and raised in Delray Beach, Florida, Coco Gauff had always felt a connection to the sun and sea. While much of the tennis world spins through concrete cities, international hotels, and high-pressure courts, Coco's soul was anchored in the mangroves, the beaches, and the breezy backyard of Florida. It was here that her story began, not just as a tennis prodigy, but as a vibrant, curious, unapologetically grounded young woman. This summer, Coco decided to give fans a rare glimpse behind the athlete, the side not seen on highlight reels. In a collection of candid snapshots and sun-soaked video clips posted to her socials with the caption, "In my natural habitat palm tree waterwave crocodile," Coco was radiant. Lounging barefoot on a wooden dock, paddle-boarding through still waters, laughing with friends as she clutched a fruit smoothie the color of coral, she reminded the world that champions are made in sweat, but they heal in silence, and sometimes in swamps. Beyond the baseline, though she'd just come off an intense training block ahead of the U.S. Open, Coco made it a point to spend quality time away from the court. This wasn't a vacation, it was a spiritual recharge. Locals spotted her kayaking near the Everglades, keeping an amused distance from the resident alligators. "If it moves faster than me, it wins," she joked in a story post, poking fun at the silent reptiles floating by like living logs. In another clip, she swung from a rope into a natural freshwater spring, her laughter echoing through the canopy. She was joined by cousins, neighborhood friends, even her younger brother, who tried to race her in the water, losing every time, of course. But this wasn't just fun and games. There was intention in every moment. "Nature is therapy. I think people forget that we're still human," she said during a brief Q&A live stream from a shaded hammock. "There's a lot of pressure to always be winning, always be on, but I need these moments when I'm just Coco, not Coco Gauff. World no whatever." Florida, for her, wasn't just home. It was sanctuary. The cicada songs at night, the hum of distant boats, the scent of salt and mango in the air, it grounded her. "I used to be afraid that if I wasn't training 24/7, I was falling behind," she confessed. but I've learned that being still is just as powerful. This mindset has been growing within her. After her 2024 season, where she faced both monumental victories and moments of self-doubt, Coco began to redefine success. Winning was amazing, but staying sane, joyful, and true to herself, that was the real prize. Style, swagger, and swamp vibes. Fans went wild for the Florida looks Coco rocked in her recent posts. She ditched the glam for coastal cool. High-waisted shorts, breezy crop tops, bikinis in ocean tones, and braided hair kissed by seawater. Her confidence was effortless. In one viral shot, she balanced on a paddleboard at sunrise, silhouetted against the glowing sky. A modern-day Venus rising not from the sea, but from peace. One fan commented, "This is the realest I've ever seen an athlete look. She's not posing. She's living." Fashion brands took note too. Miu Miu, who had collaborated with her earlier in the year, reposted her dockside look with the caption, "The future of tennis and fashion in her element." But Coco wasn't performing. She wasn't curating a persona. She was exhaling. A lesson in presence. When asked what she hoped people would take from her natural habitat photos, Coco said something striking. "I just want young people, especially girls, to know that it's okay to exist outside of your goals. Your worth isn't only in what you accomplish. It's also in how you rest, how you connect, how you be." That philosophy is catching on. Teens are sharing her clips with captions like "Summer Energy," "Black Girl Joy," and "Let's Go Outside More." Mental health advocates are praising her for modeling self-care in a world that glorifies burnout. Even other athletes are resharing her content, proof that Coco, as always, is quietly shifting the culture. Family, faith, and the Florida sun. Much of Coco's groundedness comes from her family. Her parents, Candy and Corey, both former athletes, have always emphasized balance. Her mom joined her for a few days in Florida, snapping mother-daughter selfies in their matching sandals. Her dad cooked up his famous grilled fish tacos while giving impromptu tennis tips to neighborhood kids. "Florida brings out the best in Coco," Candy said in an interview. "It's where she can unplug from the noise and just be a teenager." Coco also credited her faith. In a quiet moment shared on her stories, she filmed the ocean at dawn with a caption that simply read, "Thank you, God. I needed this." Nature is the new training ground. Interestingly, Coco's time in Florida wasn't completely off-duty. She found ways to stay active without a racket. Swimming in resistance currents, biking through trails, climbing trees, sprinting up dunes. She called it unofficial training. But the best part, she added with a wink, no drills, just vibes. Her coach later confirmed that this holistic approach helped her show up to pre-US Open training camp more energized and focused than ever. "She's sharper after Florida," he said, "mentally and physically." The future rooted in the present. As Coco Gauff gears up for what may be the most critical stretch of her career yet, she carries Florida within her. The resilience of the mangroves, the calm of the springs, the fire of the summer sun. She's not just playing for trophies. She's playing for peace, for legacy, and for every young person learning to balance hustle with healing. "Florida is my reset button," she said, leaning against a palm tree, her phone camera capturing the moment for fans around the world. "It reminds me that I don't have to do to matter. I just have to be." And as the world watches her step onto the next court, chasing glory once more, one thing is clear. Coco Gauff is not just a player. She's a force of nature, rooted, radiant, and rising.